we try to get all of our races to just use Run Sign Up for easy, quick integration. But about half of them don't. So if we're pulling from a CSV file, if they're sending us their participant data in Excel, just going to run through that really quick. As far as registration provider goes, the first step in the wizard, we're just going to skip this because we're not pulling from a registration provider. So we're just going to go ahead and skip that. On the second step, when we click on import registration data, instead of hitting pull from provider, since there is none, we're going to just go to browse, and you'll find that file. Most likely it will be in your Dropbox folder. So if you go to your particular race that we're looking at, it should be in the database folder. And we usually call this roster instead of database. So database would be once it's all pulled into RM. Roster would be more of like a raw Excel file. So if we click that and hit open, couple notes on this. Your file does have to be, it can't be open on your computer. So if you were working on it, you have to close it. You'll get an error. Everything needs to be in separate fields, so it needs to be formatted correctly. I'll show you that on the next field, but you may have to edit these. If we're getting it from, if we're handling it, then it's usually pretty clean. If a race director is emailing this to you directly, you might have to edit it a little bit. But you have to edit you have to map the fields. So bib, you can see in the top row, this is what's in the Excel file. Most of it's pretty good, but instead of division, a lot of times they don't call it a division. They might call it the race, or they might call it whatever. So we're going to map division to distance. For this particular one, we have an 8-hour race and a 4-hour race. But everything else just mapped up because, the system was able to figure out that gender meets gender, all that. We don't have an email. Let's see, city and state just mapped up because they said city and state. So that was pretty easy. We just hit next. There's no errors found in our database. You might have a couple people that didn't have an age. You would just have to hit 99. Maybe the race director left out a gender for some of them, and you just have to guess based on the name to get past this page. But just go ahead and finish an import. It's going to pull in 173 records. And then we're done with that step. So same thing, it's just that's the difference between pulling directly off of the registration provider like Run Sign Up, or if they give you an Excel file and we're doing it manually.